Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Review. I am getting all of our social media people links if they would like to join and have a Saturday night conversation. Today is a diet beer. Somebody in the house currently is on a diet, so I bought a diet beer. Which diet beer? And yes, it's a light beer, but it's lighter than hell. This comes from Anheuser-Busch. It says freshest before this 20th of December 2019. SM1221. Not exactly sure what that means, but I think the M in here means Merrimack Brewing Company. Don't forget to comment, rate, comment, and subscribe. We're reviewing the Budweiser Select 55. Holy crap. Yeah, look how pale and straw that is. I think it was 13 and change for or 12 and change for a 12-pack. Again, this is Budweiser Select 55. It has 55 calories. Premium light beer from Budweiser. Not exactly sure when this beer rolled out, but on the website of select55.com they say 55 calories, 100% refreshing. Select 55 is a golden lager made from caramel malts and a blend of imported and domestic hops. Select 55 is brewed to complement the full flavor of Select, but with only 55 calories. So you can be good and still have a good time. Okay? Again, 55 calories, 1.8 grams of carbs, 0.5 grams of protein. There's no fat per this 12 fluid ounce bottle. And I think this is a whopping 2 or like 2.4 grams or 2.4% alcohol by volume. And they have on their website a bunch of stuff you can use this beer for in recipes, and I'm not doing any of that. Very lastly, tappingyourbeer.com says that this was actually introduced in 2009. Select 55, introduced in 2009, is the lightest beer in the world with fewer calories than any other beer option currently available. Yeah, 2.4% alcohol by volume. They actually say 1.9 grams of carbs. And they're saying this is brewed with corn, water, corn, barley malt, malt extract, and hop extract. And I thought because it said Budweiser on it that this was going to be brewed with rice, because all of the products that say Budweiser are rice and everything else is typically the corn varietal. So corn. All right. And here is the crown, literally, the Budweiser Select 55 bottle cap, if it wants to zoom in. Bam. I had an IPA earlier, so IPA glass, it goes. I'm going to pour it directly down the middle, because that's what Anheuser-Busch says. You're supposed to pour one of their beers in order to achieve the head retention. And to bring out the aroma of your beer. I don't know if you can hear that, but popping and fizzing for days. And look at that golden color. Very opaque and see-through. Lots of bubbles. Lots of popping. And lots of fizzing. That head will die away soon. 2-0. However, this glass will retain the head much longer than most, and I believe it does have an etched bottom, so it will retain this nice effervescence. Yeah, and it smells pretty grainy, pretty sweet, pretty corny. It smells like your typical kind of a keg beer, as a lot of the beer reviewers talk about with these domestic light lagers and adjunct lagers. It just smells like wet grains and like a damp cellar or something. And it has the typical Anheuser-Busch, this kind of grainy, yeasty, musty type of a smell. Nothing really to write home about, but there is a scent and a note to the beer. So, cheers, people. Select 55 from Budweiser. Not the first choice I'm going to make at the store. It's extremely light, as one would imagine. It's extremely crisp. It's extremely clean. It's refreshing as all hell. And it is just a wet, watery, lightly flavored beer. Not much going on. Nothing in the way of hops. Nothing really stand out in the way of malts. You're not very malty at all. There's a little bit of a white bready malt with a touch of sweetness, but maybe it's has a fuller body and taste profile than these seltzer waters that are coming out and that are very popular in the United States of America. But a lot of carbonation, but similar drinkability, I would say. It's got a very big carbonated water flavor and texture to this beer. And it goes down like nothing, and at 2.4% alcohol by volume, you could session the crap out of these. What else can be said about this beer? I believe that Beer Advocate gave this an overall score at the immediate time of this review. Their score is a 43 out of 100. That's kind of outrageous. If we're looking at beer as a whole, yeah, this one doesn't have much to offer, and it's not supposed to be giving you a whole bunch to offer, except for the fact that it is 55 calories and less than 2 grams of carbs. So if you are on a diet, or you want to watch what the hell you're doing with the weight and what you're consuming and ingesting on a regular basis, this could be a part of your diet if you want beer every now and then. Cheers, Ronald Sutton. We are drinking the Budweiser Select 55. Oh, God. So 43 out of 100 is not nearly going to be the rating that I give this. No. What would I rate this beer? I can tell you definitively that I would rather drink Budweiser. I would rather drink Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light. I would actually rather drink fuller flavored beers. Genesee Light's pretty good, but this is just light as all hell. So what would I rate this beer overall? I would probably just give it it's a good beer for what it's trying to be. So in that category, it's doing well for diet beer. But overall, I don't want to give it too crappy of a rating, but maybe this is like a 70 out of 100. There's nothing gross and off-putting about it, but when I want to drink a beer, I'm not going to be reaching for Budweiser Select 55. Maybe this is a good beer to have on hand when you just want another beer and you don't need all the alcohol, or you want one more beer of the night for the night and you don't want to reach for your heavy-hitting ABV craftier beers and you just want to savor the night or something. So cheers to Dickie's Beer Reviews. Cheers to Ronald Sutton watching. Subject 0. I asked a prominent beer reviewer on YouTube to recommend beers for drinkers with a short fuse, and he recommended this. If you are an alcoholic, yeah, maybe you should be just drinking this beer. It's not a good beer. It's not a bad beer. I give it that rating because I think it's just middle of the road and it's just beer. I don't really think that this brings flavor-wise anything to the light beer or the domestic adjunct lager game. But it does exactly what it's supposed to, so it's getting those good marks in this category of beer. I don't think this is going to win any awards or get the brewers of Anheuser-Busch creating this beer aren't going to be getting no Nobel Peace Prize, I can tell you that. So yeah, I'm going to give that again a 70 out of 100 for the Budweiser Select 55. I'm thinking of doing another live beer review in a little while after I finish this beer. So if anybody wants to join in on a Saturday night review and just wants to chat and shoot the shit, let me know. So until that time, do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to Thomas Metal 75, the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. And look at that tornado. And until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers, and we'll probably see you soon in a few minutes.